King Theron, a man as weathered as the ancient stones of his castle, surveyed his kingdom. His crown, heavy with the weight of centuries of tradition, felt heavier still. He wasn't just a ruler. He was the embodiment of his people's faith, their military might, their very culture. This year's harvest had been poor, the whispers of discontent growing louder than the wind whistling through the battlements. A neighboring kingdom, spurred by whispers of Theron's weakening grip, was amassing troops at the border. The weight of his triple role, military leader, spiritual guide, and cultural patron, pressed down on him. His generals, once steadfast, now looked at him with a mixture of fear and doubt. The harvest failure had weakened the kingdom's coffers, impacting the annual festival celebrating the sun god, a festival Theron had always personally overseen, a pillar of the kingdom's cultural identity. The priests, sensing the people's anxiety, were becoming less deferential. Their murmurs of divine displeasure echoed the murmurs of the populace. Theron's normally unwavering faith felt brittle. He called for a council. The air in the great hall crackled with tension. His generals presented grim reports of the enemy's growing strength. The priests spoke of dwindling faith, of unanswered prayers. The council's nobles, concerned more about their own lands than the kingdom, squabbled amongst themselves. Theron listened, his heart heavy, the weight of his crown a physical ache. He knew what he had to do. He couldn't ignore the military threat, nor appease the priests with empty promises. He needed to restore the people's faith, and that meant more than just a lavish festival. He announced a new initiative, a nationwide project to rebuild the irrigation systems, ensuring a bountiful harvest next year. He would personally oversee the project, leading by example, restoring the dignity and purpose that had waned in his court. He also announced a series of smaller, more localized festivals, celebrating the unique traditions of each region of his kingdom. This approach, while less grand than the central sun god festival, would reconnect him with his people on a personal level. He rallied his generals, promising rewards for successful defense strategies, not only military victories. Finally, he addressed the priests, not with grand pronouncements, but with a simple act of faith. He joined them in prayer, sharing his anxieties and asking for guidance. The following year was a test of Theron's leadership. The irrigation project, demanding and arduous, was completed successfully. The smaller festivals revitalized community spirit. The army, strengthened by new tactics and Theron's personal involvement, successfully repelled the invaders. The priests, witnessing Theron's humility and dedication, found renewed faith.